Greetings and salutations, my friends. Welcome to my Aston Villa team guide, where we take a look at the squad, the finances, the youth system, what the club vision is, and also I want you guys to get involved. If you're an Aston Villa fan or you've managed in FM20, let us know what you think are good players, good tactics to use, signings you've made, players you've sold, all that sort of good stuff. Help each other out, so it's like a good place to go for anything Aston Villa related. So, very interesting save, this one. Obviously, newly promoted. They signed, I think it was 339 players in the summer. So we've got a lot of players to go through. It's just going to be a brief overview and see how much money we've got to spend. So let's have a look at this. First, the club vision. Do not sign players over the age of 28. That's fine. Attacking, entertaining football, young players. Yeah, that's pretty standard. But they also, as part of their 5-year plan, want to maintain self-sustainability and sign players to sell for a profit, which is interesting, and obviously work within the budget. They want us to avoid relegation in the first season, and then second season become an established team, which is sort of like mid-table-y, isn't it, I guess. Third season is work towards becoming a top half, so mid-table. They could have just said mid-table. And then in the final season, we've got, they want a top half finish. I think that's respectable going forward. They don't want too much too soon, which is really good. But how much money? How much money are they getting? £10 million. And they've only got almost £10 million in the bank. They've got about 35 grand of wages. So realistically, we could get one player in, maybe sell to buy. But there's not much wiggle room in the old balance going forward. Competitions this season, obviously no European football or anything. We've just got the 3 main competitions, so you can get away with a slightly smaller squad. And we'll have a look at that squad. So we've got Tom Heaton in goal. Brilliant goalkeeper, nothing to worry about. He's 33, so in a couple of years you might need to look to replacing him. But we've got 4 goalkeepers, so good. And then we've got Tyrone Mings. That's, I think, definitely how you pronounce that one. Who's a beast of a centre-back. He can play left-back as well, so, really solid player to build a team around. 26 years old now, but 4-star. He's one of the better players at the club. We've got Engels, who's another good centre-back, and Courtney House, who can also play left-back, but as a defensive full-back, depending on your tactics. El Mohammadi, we've still got Matthew Targets, we've got good left back, so it's not too bad. It seems like we've got quite a well-rounded team. Ezri Konsa, who I've definitely heard of, is 4.5-star potential, and looks pretty good. A ball-playing centre-back as well, nice, can play DM. We've got Taylor as a good backup left back. We've got this guy, Douglas Luiz, who is pretty beastly. A natural Segundo Volante, because, Brazilian, he loves a 13, apparently. He's a fantastically well-rounded player. There's pretty much most central midfield positions you could play him in. So he's very good. Need to keep hold of him if we can. John McGinn, very good young Scottish player. Another well-rounded player. I'm not going to go through, obviously, every one. We got, obviously, the man himself, Jackie Grealish, with that terrible haircut. 23 years old now. That haircut suggests he's 16. But hey, who am I to judge? I have no hair. So, sort of versatile midfielder. How would we play him? He's actually pretty good as an inside forward because he's got good finishing, composure, first touch. Also as a winger. Lacks a little pace for an out-and-out winger. But inside forward seems to be where I'd go. You could play him as a playmaker, but I'm sure there's plenty of other players that can play playmakers, one of the most popular roles. We've got David Trezeguet, not David, just Trezeguet, because reasons. Another good all-round player. So actually our team is not too bad. I want to check out Wesley. So big lump of a lad, 6'3", big target man, not the best finisher in the world. Okay pace for a big lad. But something I think we definitely need to be looking at a target man. What's his work rate and stuff? Not bad. So he could be played as a pressing forward. He's just maybe not the most clinical player in the world. 13 first touch, 13 composure, 12 finishing. Is okay, but I don't think I ever see him being prolific. I wouldn't play him as a lone striker. I'd definitely have him. And speaking of that, lone strikerness, I think that's probably where we're weakest. We seem to have plenty of wing positions sorted, but we have one main good. So Scott Hogan's out on loan. one main good striker. Let's have a look at the under 23s and stuff, see if we've got any good players. We seem to. I'll have a look at a couple. This guy, 20. Okay, he's 20 on loan at Preston. Mentors are a little bit weak, but could become a squad player. If we go into the under 18s, got Aaron Ramsey. Hang on, has he snuck back in? Aaron Yang, could he be old enough to be... How old is Aaron Ramsey now? He's probably not his son, who's named after himself. That's just a bit weird. Who, yeah, not great, needs a ton of work. So nothing really exceptional in the youth teams or anything. I'm not sure if I'm going to bother with this team report thing, because I disagree with a lot of the stuff on here, but you can pause it and have a look if you want to. Team dynamics, we got promoted, so it should be good. Team cohesions per war, that's because there's so many players, so don't worry about that. That'll fix itself as you play more games. Dressing room atmosphere is absolutely brilliant, and they love me, but they might not love you. Just saying, right? Let's have a look at staff. Oh, okay, bit of a... Don't have the most amount of staff, but we do have 3 spots left. We've got... That could be my goalkeeper coaching. So definitely the staff needs pretty much a total rebuild. We've got room for others as well, but obviously newly promoted, we're probably going to have to... What I tend to do, because a lot of the contracts of staff will be running out at the end of the season, is I tend to just sort of add a couple of extra this season, and as the contract, rather than paying them all to go away, I'd just rather get in a couple of coaches and scouts and stuff, and then at the end of the season, when the contract's coming up for renewal, just start replacing them, because, that needs a bit of work. So, not too bad. So, if I'm just spending my 10 million, I'm probably looking for a striker. Obviously, under 23, into the first team, that helps with obviously our club vision and everything. But like I said before, if you are managing Aston Villa in FM20, let us know who you signed, who you sold. I imagine Jack Greenish is going to be very hard to keep hold of. Dirty Manx want to sign him, so yeah. Whether you build a team around him or you accept an absurd amount of money for him, if you sell him for 70 million, you could do a lot with that. But let me know in the comments what you're doing with Aston Villa. Share any tips and tactics you've got to help the other people. Thank you very much for watching. I love you all. I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.